Alright, so let's see if we can finish the tutorial now. I think I had the hang. I've got the hang of it. But only time will tell. Okay. 5 turns for supplies. Might as well go back and resupply. Cool. Free experience. Or maybe, delicious. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, hmm. What? No. Let's see. Oh, that's the big one. Yeah. Come on. But at what price? 14. Oof.
You hear rumors of a band of robbers setting up camp in the area. Some of your food stocks and supplies have gone missing over the weeks, and there are talks of the bandits getting more and more violent. Your scouts set out to track the bandits, but it seems they're hiding their safe house well. Luckily, you have some skilled scouts to help out. You discover tracks leading into an old mine shaft, long exploited and unused, thus a perfect site for a hideout. Your scouts mark this place on the map.
Bonus. Set up camp, right?
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize. The Night of Kupala was once celebrated during midsummer when the sun shone brightest. The tradition continued even when the dark veil shielded the skies. But it was during those dark days that Kupala Night became a beacon of desperate hope and a night for calling upon the gods to return to Thea. The seasons have changed after the darkness ravaged the world, but it is time for the first Kupala Night since the sun's return. The Kupala night was once celebrated only once per year, when the sun's power was closest to Thea. But during the darkness, the special night was celebrated as soon as the mystical signs were read by the village elders. As to what those signs entail, every wise one seems to have a slightly different story. There are several ways in which the solstice can be celebrated. During the long night of darkness, there was no way for the elders to tell when the solstice was coming, and within a few decades, the sacred night of Kupala was all but abandoned. But then, some old mystics read the solar signs, brief moments where the power of sunlight or the force of the moon and stars shone through the dark veil with particular strength. Since then, Kupala night can be celebrated more than once in a year, but always when a great solar event is anticipated by the mystics. The Kupala night is a night of many guises. It is the night that celebrates the rival bond of the sun and the moon. It is the night that sings to the power of life-giving water and the thundering fires, both with their power to cleanse the earth. The night where life and death are revered, and where love and its promise for the future are held up and cherished. It is a night to honor all gods and to cast away the darkness. There are several ways to celebrate the Kupala night and to prove yourselves. Some may take more time. Some may be risky, but doing nothing is not an option. The night of Kupala has many faces and traditions that need to be upheld. Bonfires are lit with sticks and stones and placed on hillsides or other high places around the settlement. Offerings of food and animal stock are made in honor of the many gods. Music, dance, and laughter accompany the night's rituals. But the main event is chosen by the village elders with each solstice. There are several ways to celebrate the night and prove yourselves. Some may take more time, some may be risky, but doing nothing is not an option. This night, you choose to honor the old traditions by following the rite of love and fertility. Any unmarried lad or lass looking for love and its fruits makes a wreath of field flowers, weaves their own hair into it, and then sends it down a river with a small lit candle attached on top. If the candle burns the wreath, or if it sinks in the river, its maker will not find love this year. But if it survives the flames and swims with the currents, it's a clear sign of love to come. If someone finds such a wreath down the river, fate dictates that they are the chosen lovers. Every hopeful singleton weaves their best wreath in hopes of attracting a soulmate. Some clever conspirators hide downstream and accidentally find the fated wreath. Some wreaths swim away with the currents, but bring joy and hope to the hearts of their makers. Soon after the Kupala night, a stork visits the village and gifts a child to one happy couple.
Nice. Okay. I think we can. I actually need someone with knowledge, don't I? Or what are you doing? Crafting? No? He's doing construction for the smithy. One more turn. so. Phone call address. This guy. Needs to be tough. Well, what? Ah. 15. Nice. This is not bad either. So what we got? 14. Okay. Fine. So this- Huh? Right. Yeah. One. What did we get?
You track down the bandit hideout, situated in an old mine shaft. There is a dark tunnel leading into the decrepit mines. You go down the tunnel, and soon you hear the bandits in the distance. From the sounds of it, they're having a party, so it is a good opportunity to strike them down.
Ooh. That's one bad motherfucker.
You defeat the bandits. Their lair stands ready for looting. You search the back room and find a cage with bodies of wolves inside. The poor creatures look like they were starved to death.
might get another puff. I probably should. Spiders, definitely. Oh well.
Skies darken, the air gets cold, and your village is visited by the souls of the dead. They do not attack, they simply wander the fields and houses they once lived in, wailing in sadness for their spirits cannot know rest. Veles himself steps up from the midst of the souls and speaks. I cannot help these souls, not until the balance is restored to Thea. But perhaps together we can take steps to help out. The fools who destroyed it all still dwell in this world. Go, seek them out, seek the knowledge they wield, discover the past to ensure the future. With his last words, Veles changes into one of the souls once more, and together they move on. You feel you know where to seek this knowledge your god spoke of. Once more, you witness a green grove, thriving despite any logic. It is small, barely more than a garden, but this one is full of life and beauty. There are fruit trees blooming with pink flowers. There is a sweet smell of tree sap in the air and a hum of bees working hard. The largest tree stands in the center and spreads its branches in a welcoming gesture to you. Welcome, friends. I see a frown upon your foreheads and a burden on your hearts. I smell the dark stench of my poor brother smeared all over you. What has he devised now? Did he ask for the lifeless carcasses of me and my flock so that he may regrow his twisted grove? And pray, what has he promised as your reward? That wretched traitor. Our mother tree was brutally butchered. He holds the key to her salvation, and yet he withholds it from those who can help. Bah! His madness has gone beyond my mercy. Alas, he is a strong demon. Old. Older than you can imagine, fleshling. So I propose a ruse. It is these 3 silver shards that he truly covets. Take some wood and these shards, and trick him into believing we are gone. Well, I will not lie. Convincing him will not be an easy task. The only guarantee you have is to kill me and my kin. You are welcome to try, but I warn you I will not forfeit my flock, not even for the mother tree. The mother tree? Well, she's the mother tree. I must confess I know very little. I was a mere sapling before she fell, and then I grew only after my brother went mad. But the mother tree is our mother, all of us, the trees, earth, all that lives. She stood high, but then someone killed her. Mokosh, that is a daughter of Mother Tree. Well, a daughter, or another face, or an avatar. Many different names are given to those who serve the Earth Mother. Like I said, I know very little. I'm shamefully young for my kind. The tree looks very sad and ashamed. Oh, I never thought about it that way. You are wise for a tiny fleshling, thank you. Now, what is your decision in regards to my brother? Good. I had a feeling your hearts are in the right place. Here, have the shards and the wood. And since you chose not to kill us, I will use what little power I have to bless you. This way you will have a better chance to fool my brother. Farewell, fleshlings, and may the Mother Tree's blessing follow you wherever you go.
Cool. Very cool. Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay, this. Which one? A bit, quite a bit. Expand. Right. Me? Is there anything more? Hmm.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go. You enter the old building, and soon realize it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall, there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance? He chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world. Ah, yes. You must be referring to Professor Common from the Human Advances Department. He's been listed as being on a sabbatical in an old tower for almost a century now. Or perhaps you speak of his esteemed colleague, Professor Hufker? He too likes towers, although he has been reprimanded for using illegal magic, you know. You may want to go up and speak to the board if your interest lies in either professor's field. Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room. You look towards the stairway, and you see it is crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb. You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms, filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment, and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the center, by a large round table, sit 6 people, dressed in academic gowns. One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink, and an old man's face stares at you. Hello there. I see you have come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive. Ah, so they are finally strong enough to try and regain their powers, and so they send you to seek answers.
Yep.
In short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference. It was not easy, nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god you see had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would. Well, that's a funny story in itself, I suppose. We were tricked by the Human Advancement Department. We were presented with false data to suggest that the gods were about to destroy all life, that they'd grown arrogant and wanted to wipe Thea of humans to create a new, more obedient kind. Anyway, it was all a lie, and those who knew the real reason are no longer with us. Yeah, in hindsight, it all seems rather ridiculous, but you don't know how it is when you're in the zone. And it was a good theory in principle. I mean, there is no definite proof that the gods didn't plan our demise. Our plans were cosmically big, as it were, and so we needed help that a few would be willing to give and even less capable enough to provide. A mage arrived on our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we still couldn't say no. It was him or nothing. Oh, don't get me wrong. We knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us. There were suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step 1 of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods. Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands, every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen. Ah yes, Veles, who sat in the roots of the tree, guarding the gates to the afterlife. He would lose power from the cosmic tree's demise, but we needed him distracted more than most. But Veles is not only the master of the underworld. He is also the lord of magic, and some say he was of the elven kin first before he became god. We attacked the western islands, where the elves dwelt when they wished to leave the human realms. Veles ran to their aid, and so did many elven guardians. Oh no, of course not. Like with many others, we had to make a trap. In this case, we invented a device that would target all creatures of elven descent. Once we had all the greatest heroes in one place, we detonated the hellish thing, and it spread like wildfire. It would not kill any of them, you know. It was supposed to overload their magic, so that for a time they would be rendered unconscious. But you see, the device had a strong side effect. Only that afterwards, when the tree burned, the connection we made with the device, it spread a dark curse to all elven kin, killing millions. But what you need to know is that the device cannot be reversed as such, and yet there are rumors of an elven survivor who is the key to all this. Seek out the Oracle. She will guide you. Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now. Once champions of the gods like yourselves realized our crime, they came to seek retribution. But the Dark Lord wanted to be sure the world burns, and so he cloaked this place from any mortal eye. Without the gods' guidance, no one could find us and learn the truth. Then came a lone spirit, claiming to be an echo of the Pantheon. The spirit cursed our souls to eternal damnation for our arrogance, making us unliving and bound to this building till the end of days. There is a way to try and free our souls from these unliving bodies. With the underworld shut, we will still roam Thea, but at least we will be free. Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death, but eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released. The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it. You feel the knowledge of the place you seek enter your mind, and so you leave the university and its doomed fellows to their cursed fate. The academics simply nod and return to their table. You hear them debating the merits of your decision. As you abandon this place of knowledge, you feel a dose of approval from your deity, although within your hearts you know this was not exactly the route you should have taken.
Well, nevertheless, this is what I wanted. So, you know. Ooh, oh, that's a bit steep. Once again. Whoa. Positive. I banned that. In. Okay. Oh. What the hell? I need to confuse on this. Another one. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Oof. That was close.
You find the place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl cowers behind him. The man speaks in a clattering, hard voice.
Halt! Who goes? Seekers of knowledge, you say? And what makes you think you have the right to seek the Oracle's wisdom, children? What answers do you seek? And perhaps more to the point, why should we give you any? Yes, in truth we have sensed this much. Otherwise I would not make this tower seem to you. The Oracle, Ileana, as you can see, cannot speak to you, nor can she defend herself from those who would abuse her talent. Not after what the university did to her, and so I have vowed to shield her. We have waited for one to come seeking this truth. Ileana has foreseen it, but she could not see who it will be, nor when they will come. These so-called scholars took it upon themselves to judge what means justify the end. They knew they could never achieve their goals without magic, the hypocrites. And so they discovered Ileana as a mere child. She had an amazing gift of premonition, but more than that, she was also pure-hearted and devout to the Pantheon. As such, her link to the gods was almost direct. In fact, it is said that her father may be Perun himself, something about his lightning striking Ileana's mother at night. Anyway, the scholars took her, imprisoned her, and drained her power to the very limits. And worse yet, all this to destroy her beloved gods. Indeed, this is why I have taken stewardship of her, so that in time, perhaps she may regain enough strength to live on her own. And if not, I can at least try to shield her from those who would misuse her power. Let us move on. What do you seek? Ileana holds answers to many questions, yes, but are you worthy of receiving them? And more importantly, are you willing to face your fate in order to learn your future? I sense your connection to your gods and their blessing fresh upon your souls. Thus, I judge you worthy of the attempt. However, the Oracle can only guide you to find answers. You may need to face trials to receive what you seek, and these may prove difficult, if not lethal.
The girl, who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind her protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there. You enter the ivory tower, and as you step through the threshold, you find yourself standing on a burnt-out plain, filled with grey ash and red fire particles in the air. In the distance, you see a withering stump of a massive tree, hollowed, dry, and blackened from the flames. You see a green snake coiled around the roots, and you see a great foreboding bear sitting and staring sadly into the empty skies. You hear cries of souls unable to rest as they try to enter the underworld gates. You feel the presence of Veles before you. The bear sees you, and his eyes turn red with anger as he stands on his two hind legs and roars.
Let me not have been the best choice. Yeah.
You failed your challenge. You feel a gust of cold air that grabs hold of your bodies and thrusts you outside the tower. Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize.
Damn. Oh well. That definitely did not go as I wanted to. We might need for this. Wow. That's not great.
It is time for the Night of the Goat, a feast in honor and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Ziadi. You set a table with food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But this night, the Ziadi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man, speaks with a heavy, coarse voice.
You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you of any curses you carry. And if your souls are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city we once called home and seek us out. And if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more.
The Ziadi all nod in agreement, then disappear.
All right, I'm back again. I think I need to. What was this one? I don't remember.
You enter what used to be some old city. Some of it lies submerged in murky dark waters, and a grim mist hangs in the air. You search the city and discover most of it looted or decayed, but you find a body of some unfortunate soul with their full equipment still on.
I might be in trouble. I definitely am in trouble. Yeah. Arr. Anyway.
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize. You realize a group of attackers is approaching your village fast. The group of crazed scavengers attacks your village. They run around like crazy and try to grab whatever they can, while others attack your people.
Simply not looking good. Lost much.
You thought you were getting results. You thought the scavengers were listening to your threats and backing away. But you were tricked. They do.
Wow. Oh. What? Hmm.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You search the ruins and find an interesting building to explore, but it seems half submerged in water. As you enter, A creature comes out from the waters to attack you.
What?
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Oh. Action, more folklore. Oh, she's overburdened. Okay. Yes.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You open one of the buildings, a strange-looking stone and metal-built affair, and you hear a clunking noise, then a blunt thud. Before you are able to do anything, you see a skeleton charging your way.
Definitely this is one of my go-to. Especially with oh, I know. Okay. Yeah, the two. Hmm.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact. A ghostly figure stands in your path. It holds within its incorporeal hands a wreath, one made during the Kupala night and sent down the river by one of you. The ghostly figure speaks. Someone found your wreath, thus your fates are now joined. But fear not, it is not my love you must endure. Down this path you will find the one waiting for your affections. Remember, once you go down the path, there is no turning back. Will you honor the Kupala Knight's tradition and follow your fate? You go down the path and find a stunning female walking out of what looks like some underground well. She is drenched and her hair looks more like seaweed than human hair. She is undoubtedly a water demon. She spreads her arms in a welcoming gesture. I have found the wreath you sent down these waters. Thus we are fated to be one forever. She joins your village.
Nice. Nice. What the hell? This is positively awesome. Now the question is, what do I do here? This is not. What is that? 15 medic one. Oh, wow. Done. Now, the question is,
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You search the abandoned abodes and open some old dusty cellar. As the heavy doors crack,
fucking. foot.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact. As you travel along the plains, you feel the air growing colder. Frost appears on plants and you can see your breath. You see a small group of hooded travelers approaching. The group comes closer and stops. One of the hooded figures steps up, but you see a young girl standing proudly behind him. You hear her speak.
Who are these peasants? Why do they stand in my way? Make them disappear now.
The girl turns and walks off a few meters, as if waiting her command to be carried out. The hooded man lets out a long sigh and speaks to you.
Her Majesty, Princess Susanna, wishes you to clear the way.
He then whispers,
Better just go before she takes any real notice of you.
The hooded man winces, or at least it feels as if he did. But clearly the girl was not listening to you, so he continues speaking in a low voice.
Listen, you seem like good folks. You remind me of times before the darkness and before our fate. But you must understand, she is mad, always has been, infernal child, doomed for eternity for her pride and cruelty. Her Royal Highness Susanna really was a princess and an only precious child to our royals. As such, she was spoilt rotten, but worse yet, people say she's been a changeling from the start. Learned men and wizards from all over came to test the child, and they all felt that her little heart was naught but an icy hole. But our royal couple refused to listen, believed that true love will cure her and make her human in the end. For a time, it seemed like it was true. But then, Susanna grew older, and with every passing year, her cute tantrums became more cruel and intentional. She had servants whipped for looking at her wrong, page boys locked in birdhouses so they could grow wings for her amusement. You get the picture. True enough, she was a brat and her parents allowed it, because they thought they must give her only love, no discipline. In truth, perhaps this was the tragedy of the prophecies. The royals were so scared of their changeling child, and they made her the way she was. As I said, as a child, Susanna was spoilt and unruly, and as she grew, this turned to cruelty beyond mere folly. It was when she tortured and killed her nanny for failing to braid her hair right. All knew the child was evil, yet her parents wanted to prove their love could conquer all. They ordered princes to come from all around, in hopes of their daughter finding true love. All she found were more victims. She played with two brothers, both smitten with her beauty. She asked them to bring her a fabled set of royal pearls residing in a mythical icy tower. When they failed, she drowned one of them.
The other brother, a skilled wizard, thus cursed the princess, never to find peace or forgiveness for her cruelty. She had changed him into a black swan, then killed and served him for supper. On the dinner table, the swan spoke. Your kingdom will crumble, your power diminish, your heart remain ice forever. And you will seek your cursed pearls for eternity and never find them. All who sat at the table with the princess, her royal guards sworn never to leave her side, were cursed that night and turned to unliving wraiths. The royal couple had a miracle child that year, and the princess, now cursed, could no longer be heir to the throne. She was banished, and so were we. But the little wretch grew even madder than before. Her desire for the blasted royal pearls and the icy tower became an absolute obsession. She started saying great power awaits her in the tower, and that she will rule a kingdom once more. Bound to her for eternity, we have served her thusly, seeking the tower and its treasure to no avail. The guard was about to answer, but Susanna cut him off.
I am bored now. I have graciously indulged your wagging tongue, servant, as it amuses me to allow you to think yourself knowledgeable, but my patience is growing thin. Luck has it that I am in need of peasants, and since you are stubborn enough to deny my rite of passage, perhaps you will be of use. I detect a note of defiance in your voice, and I detest defiant peasants.
She stomps her feet and frowns.
You will do as I ask. Foolish simpletons, I am offering you wealth and power. Think what you will, but since my birth I have heard the calling of the tower, and I am finally close. Mere days away from my tower, but I may need the assistance of mortals to achieve my task. Do what you will. Here is a map. Come join me in the icy tower and gain wealth beyond measure. Or don't and stay, peasants. It matters not to me. We are going now.
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize. You see a man in worn-out armor with insignia unknown to these lands. He is standing by a rock, clearly deep in thought, as he does not see you approach. When you look closer, you see he is looking at a sword half embedded in the rock. The man jumps up, startled by your voice. He grabs the hilt of his sword, but does not draw it. He takes a few steps back and speaks. "How dare you disturb a king's moment of peace? I'm sorry, old habits. I am no king, not anymore. But you, my friends, look like, well, potentially, you could maybe be called knights, right? My name is Arathor. I have traveled here from afar in the west, led by an ancient quest from my forefathers. I was led to believe that this sword will help me rebuild my kingdom and save us from the darkness. Alas, I have lost all of my knights just getting here. And now that I am faced with the sword, those blasted demons, they have cursed me with weakness, and I am unable to fulfill my destiny. The sword is my test, my burden, and my fate. It will not serve any other. My time is running out. I must return to my kingdom soon, or all shall be lost. Now, the sword is for me to claim, but as king, I can appoint you my knights, and you could claim it in my stead. The magic binding the weapon in stone will permit it, I think. Will you become my knights?" Knights? Oh, well, a knight is a brave warrior, sworn to serve their king and god, to uphold the law. It is a man. I suppose in my kingdom we only appoint men, but desperate times. So, It is a person who is righteous and honorable. Now, I solemnly swear I will release you from my service once the deed I ask is done, and I hold the sword in my hand. Will you accept? Wonderful. I knew fate would provide my salvation. I did not know if your hearts were pure enough, but your agreement to serve my purpose, with no promise of a reward, proves that you are indeed the ones I seek. Now, by the power of a rightfully anointed King of Camroth, I pronounce you Knights of Camroth, and I command you to take the sword for me. You work together and pull out the sword from the stone. It looks like an ordinary weapon, except that it seems undamaged from its unusual sheath. When you hold it in your hands, however, you feel a surge of strange power coursing through your veins, and it feels really good. The king drops down on one knee as he accepts the sword from you. He speaks, and his voice becomes more forceful and clear than before. Well done, my knights. You have passed the test of loyalty and purity of soul, for this sword is known to lead its keepers astray. An ancient bloodline runs in my veins, one that has, in the past, both failed and succeeded in this very test. It has always been my fate to hold this blade and see what I am made of. And since I do not heed the urge to cleave you where you stand, I am hopeful that I too have passed. I release you from your oaths, Knights of Camroth. May the fates bring you strength and prosperity. I also give you this map. It will lead you to a bridge where you will be tasked with a test, and if you pass, a treasure will reveal itself to you. I meant to find it myself, but it seems fate had other plans. So go forth and seek it out. I will now travel back to my lands, and using the sword, I will try to reclaim my kingdom and restore the Eternal Tower to ward off the darkness. I wish I could tell you more, but it seems other lands are in peril, and it is a knight's duty to protect and defend. Alas, I am also a king, and I must first right the wrongs of my own people. I feel a great destiny within you, and I hope you will succeed in your own quest one day. Farewell. The king bows to you and holds up the sword. A light shines down from the skies, and he disappears.
no idea what you are. But I suppose I need to fail the first time. Maybe. Oof. Not great. Is it? Let's see. Bullseye? That's not great. Bullseye. Oh, no.
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize.
I will not be able to finish this. It's not great, not great at all. Yeah, I think I'll try. I think I'll try again later. This is interesting. I'll definitely can sort it out.